What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's new episode. Now, today's episode is going to be on the Fighting Nerds coming out of Brazil, undefeated in the UFC. We're going to break down each fighter and assign them to a Ninja Turtle. I love the Ninja Turtles. I love the UFC. It's going to be a banger. So let's get it. Starting off with Mr. Carlos the Nightmare Prates. Now, I am going to assign Mr. Prates to Raphael, man. His nickname is the Nightmare, bro. He was smoking cigarettes before he even started fighting. If you guys have checked him out on social media, he's known for hopping on top of the cage, drinking some whiskey right after, smoking a few cigarettes. But this guy's style is so aggressive, bro. He is a Muay Thai fighter, over 100 fights in his career, including kickboxing and Muay Thai. Bro is a straight savage. He made his debut in 2024 and went 4-0, all fights ending in a knockout. Raphael, known for his aggressive style. He's known to be a little bit of a hothead, had a little bit of a temperament issue, kind of similar to Prates in his youth. He also mentioned in an interview if he didn't have martial arts or Muay Thai, or if his mom didn't find Muay Thai for Prates, he thinks that he would either be dead or in jail. So this is very inspiring for the people out there who really don't have much direction. Carlos Prates was able to move out to Thailand and to lock in, getting tons of experience right before going into the UFC, and he has been making a name for himself, to say the least. So I honestly think that Raphael is a good fit for him, just because there is a lot of adversity that Raphael had to face. He had to face himself. He had to face himself and realize, like, hey, the only person in my way is me. That is our first Ninja Turtle of the Fighting Nerds. Now moving on to Donatello, Mr. Kyle Bohilo, the brains of the operation. Just like Donatello, he is very tactical. He breaks down his opponent. He knows where the cues are for him to take advantage of. He has taken a lot of time to understand the fighting game as a whole. He has mentioned that he has studied John Danaher's instructionals, all of them, and that says a lot about him, to say the least, bro. If you guys have checked out some of those instructionals, they're like 7-8 hours long, breaking down a few moves, and it's very time consuming, to say the least. But Kyle is also an anime fan. He was a chemistry and math teacher. He's the definition of a fighting nerd, bro. There's no other spot that I could put Kyle in, just because he literally is a fighting nerd. And each fight that he's in, he breaks down his opponent and, does anything that he possibly can to get the win. Doesn't matter if it's a decision, TKO, KO, submission. He's gonna get there, and he's gonna get the win. And he's making a great rise. So there's talks that he's going to have a fight with Khamzat Chimaev, which definitely be the biggest test of his career so far. But Kyle has started off with jiu-jitsu and started working on his striking at a young age, and he has overall developed into a well-rounded fighter. And just like Donatello, he's had his own challenges and his own things that have gotten his way. But as the brains of the operation, I feel like he does a great job on leading his team. He could either be Leonardo or Donatello, but I feel like he is the biggest nerd of them all, to be honest. So that's Kyle Bohilo. Now, moving on to Michelangelo. I have Gene Silva as Michelangelo just because his energy, bro. You really don't know if he's going to be geeked or locked in. He has this creative energy inside the cage that is different from all the other fighters, so it kind of sets him apart. Plus, I feel like he is a good mix in the team. You might have to calm him down. You might have to hype him up. It just depends. So I do think he brings balance into the team. I think that's what Michelangelo really represents, a balance and playfulness when it comes to having fun and locking in. Prates locked in, Bohilo locked in, Rufy locked in, Gene Silva full's barking on the cage, like he's doing everything. He's having fun, he's crying, he's mixed with all the emotions that a human has. So I feel like he is a good fit. He's making a great run in the UFC. Just had a win against Bryce Mitchell via ninja choke. We also had a breakdown on that choke, if you guys haven't checked that out. And I feel like that is the perfect fit for Mr. Gene Silva. Now moving on to Mauricio Rufy, also an anime fan, and he actually changed his last name to Rufy just because of the anime One Piece, which Rufy is the main character in One Piece. So these guys are straight up nerds, bro. They're straight up in the best way possible. They enjoy the storyline. They enjoy having a character and what it means to be a fighter. And Rufy is pretty much just a XL version of Conor McGregor, bro. If you've seen him fight, he is well-rounded in any aspect. He has these spinning wheel kicks that are like we really haven't seen in a long time. Just like Leonardo, he's kind of a mix of all the turtles in one. I wouldn't say he's like the leader role. There's like a main leader for the Fighting Nerds. I would say Master Splinter, the coach of the Fighting Nerds, is kind of the one who runs the show. But Rufy shows all those characteristics of all the other three. He has that looseness in the cage like Gene Silva. He has that aggressiveness to end the fight like Raphael. He's very calculated and tactical, just like Donatello. So he is a mix of all of them. So I feel like that is kind of the best representation for Leonardo, is he's kind of like the mix of all of them, and he kind of has to, he leads by example. He just called out Dariush in his last fight against King Green. It's very entertaining to see these guys because they're not the same. Their fighting approach is different, but they're all kind of like an entity together, doing this one thing, and they're on a mission. I feel like that is something that other people should check out as well, not only just in martial arts, but with jiu-jitsu or whatever you're doing. YouTube, having a team, finding your strengths and finding your weaknesses and pairing them up and trying to be the best version of yourself with your squad. I feel like it's always better to win together and to help each other out along the way. I feel like the Fighting Nerds are a great representation of that. That's why I was interested in making a video like this. I love the Ninja Turtles. I love the UFC. And these guys are freaking killing it out there, bro. So I'd be on the lookout for the Fighting Nerds. Carlos Prates has a match this weekend. So we're going to be on the lookout for the Fighting Nerds in 2025 and see what is in store for them. So I appreciate you guys for tuning into this episode. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate you guys. We out. Peace.